Jerry Duggan and Javier Pina pit Wolverine against Lady Deathstrike as Laura ventures alone into Orchis' new base above Arakko in order to free the villain from Feilong's evil experiments. Jerry Duggan continues his solo character-focused story issues, with one honing in on Wolverine and her lone mission into the Orchis base Feilong has built above Arakko on Phobos. It's a simple action-heavy premise that I think the book needed to do, especially after coming off of two rather dialogue-heavy X-books in Immortal X-Men and X-Men Red. Duggan also digs up the long-running Game World storyline, which has been going since issue 1, and pushes it in a fun new direction by getting Rocket Raccoon involved in the plot, which hopefully means a Guardians reunion written by Duggan is on the cards. While I really enjoy the plots moving forward, I am a little disappointed that this X-Men team will be changing up again in the upcoming Hellfire Gala 2 event. It feels like we've barely spent any time with them as a proper cohesive team like Scott wanted them to be, and while the issues focusing on the characters have been great for development for those characters, the team coming together and being heroes for more than half of the issue would have been so much better, since it always feels like it was only half issues where the team was an actual team, and then it would shoot off into the more personal stories of people in the team. Javier Pina continues to add his cinematic and colourful flair to the series with some great fast-paced and brutal action scenes between Wolverine and Deathstrike, utilising red backgrounds and character silhouettes really well. X-Men issue 10 was heavy on the action and intrigue as several plot points get moved along, leading to some fun character inclusions, but a book which is more focused on singular characters and a whole team like the title suggests. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10. X-Men issue 10 heads to the not-so-distant past, where Proteus is told to remember Laura's claws as the woman bursts from her resurrection egg. Proteus apologizes since she thought all Wolverines had metal bones, wanting a do-over as Xavier helps Laura out. On Arakko, Rogue gets into position with her sniper rifle, telling her contact that the target is coming into position now. Later at the treehouse, Sync tells the team that their work with Forge went well, and the scanner sniper rifle they made can make complete snapshots on all spectrums, giving them all informational awareness of an entire installation with a single trigger pull. Rogue says that she scanned Arakko's moon Phobos with the rifle, finding Orchis has created a denser gravity and breathable atmosphere and a teleportation gateway to Earth. Sunfire knows that they have also considerable defenses that are always reinforced daily, but Rogue knows that it's not just a military outpost, it's also a PR boondoggle, since human civilians are guests all the time at random intervals, meaning Orchis has human shields. Scott knows that Feilong is a very proud man and very clever man, so they should not underestimate him or any of his post-human allies. Sync notes a red dot on the map, citing it as a mutant, and Rogue knows is actually Nightcrawler's body, with Sunfire telling the others that he died on Phobos saving Arakko prior to Feilong's landing, and his remains are now part of the decor. Laura also notices they have adamantium up there as well, finding that Logan left enough metal skeletons for Orchis to make a hail of Wolverines, but Laura knows that one of them is still alive. Laura knows that by the size of its metal, it's either a woman or a child, and it's in some type of box, wanting to go and get it, but Jean wants to talk to her about it. However, Laura demands that she try and stop her from going. On Phobos, Feilong sees off a class of children on a field trip, telling them that they are now officially China's youngest non-terrestrial explorers. As he gets ready to go through a quantum portal, he hears the scraping of claws as Wolverine arrives in the base. Laura knows that the plan for her was to get in and out before anyone sees her, and the X-Men even took bets on how long the plan would last. Laura wonders if betting would be a thing if this was Logan's plan, and Scott assures her that he would have actually opened the bets. Laura makes her way through the facility, dodging some guards as she makes it to the door where the adamantium was being held. Going in, she finds a red stasis pod which she cuts open, telling whomever is inside that they'll be freed soon, but suddenly, Lady Deathstrike attacks from inside the pod, telling Laura that she will kill her. Wolverine tries to tell her that she is a prisoner, but Deathstrike thinks that she is a prisoner of the X-Men since she was traded to Krakoa. Laura says she doesn't want to fight, but if she has to, it will go as well as the last time they fought. Deathstrike attacks, so Laura decides to do things the hard way, unsheathing her foot claw, kicking Deathstrike in the stomach and cutting it open. Laura stops, wanting her to listen and to heal up, up, but Lady Deathstrike just falls over, saying that she can't heal thanks to the adamantium since it's poisoning her. Laura says that she's seen this before and it'll be the end of them all, as Yuriko says that Dr. Stasis was there to help cure her. But then he changed her mind and said that she was more machine than human, so Orchis passed her around between their scientists and labs, making her wonder where on Earth she is. Wolverine knows that she's on the wrong planet, and it's a long story, wanting to get her out of there. Wolverine helps Yuriko out towards the teleporter as she asks why the hero is helping her. Laura wonders if she would prefer to be left on her ass as she smells Feilong has returned to the base. Feilong says he left his glasses behind and returned and turned the lights back on only to find the cockroaches scurrying about. G knows that Wolverine has been found, meaning Polaris wins her bet as Feilong blows open the dome Wolverine and Deathstrike are running through, causing them to be exposed to the vacuum of space and sucked out. As they are shot out into the moon's surface, Rogue speeds through one of the gateways, telling Jean to guide her as she reaches Phobos, speeding up to grab the two women before they suffocate and die. Later on, Deathstrike recovers in the treehouse as Laura tells Scott that she'll live thanks to the Wolverine blood transfusion she's getting. Scott knows that she did great on the mission, and it reminded him of what she said at the gala and how Laura knew that Sync was throwing his vote to her, but she doesn't think that she's worth taking the lead ahead of him. She knows that she doesn't want to use her claws to do anything other than help people, and if the X-Men want that, then she's in. Sync arrives with dinner, knowing it's getting difficult to ignore Rogue and Destiny and their tension. Scott knows it's easy to ignore someone from behind a visor, highly recommending Sync actually get himself one as Lady Deathstrike gets up, thanking Wolverine for helping her as she escapes out of the treehouse and into New York. Rogue meanwhile talks with her mother Destiny, who thinks that she is wasting her life with Gambit and the treehouse. Rogue knows that they are always going to be things that need fixing, but Destiny acts like the world needs to be burned to the ground. Destiny agrees with that sentiment, but Rogue knows that Irene is wasting her gifts, and it's a shame that she returned to spot all of the icebergs and then delight in how they plowed into them. Irene knows that she will come to see things her way and it will change her. Before Destiny leaves though, she says that Rogue also knows the way to Game World and she just needs to ask her husband's small blind. Knowing what she means, Rogue goes to see Remy at his card game, taking him and telling him of the small blind, knowing Destiny means Rocket Raccoon. The couple call up Rocket, who wonders why Rogue only calls when she needs something. Rogue asks him about Game World, where Rocket is right now, as the hero says this must be about the high stakes games that he knows nothing about, not knowing why Rogue would ever think he would know of such a place, but he decides he's going to help her.